Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with the man, myth, the legend. He goes by Matt, the mortgage guy. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Somebody this morning called me Matt, the miracle worker.
So I like it.
I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, okay, we might have to go through a rebranding. I like that one a lot. Finding creative ways to qualify people in 2022.
There you go. There you go.
Transitions to Matt, the miracle worker, but always great being on here. I look forward to these conversations every week, Meg.
Yeah, so this is a lot of fun. So I don't know if you remember this, but last Fed meeting, we actually spoke on that day as well, because we always speak on Wednesdays. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to ask you, what do you think the odds are of a 0% raise, a quarter point raise, 50-point raise, 75-point raise? And yes, folks, we are recording this at 10:07 a.m. Pacific. So it is before the meeting. Unfortunately for Matt, he's going to come out looking like an idiot or a wizard, because I will post this after the Fed meeting. And just for clarity, I will give my opinion as well. So what do you think?
I think last time you were right and I was wrong. So
I was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll see if I can win one this time. So we want to assign a percent
chances,
value.
Percent chances that the Fed does one of four things. And I'll list them off, and you could give any, it has to add to 100, right? So chances the Fed does nothing, we get 0% raise today. What are the chances?
0%.
25 basis points or a quarter point move.
15%.
50 basis points.
75%.
And then 75 basis point move.
I left 10% for that one.
Okay. All right. So I will give 0% chance to a 0% chance to a quarter, 99.9% chance of 50, and 0.005 for 75 basis point.
Wow.
Now, the more important question, where there's real money. July. Let's look out a little bit into the future. The July meeting, which is about 4 weeks away. I think it's 5 weeks away. Are they going to do 0, a quarter, half, or 75? We'll do the same thing. What do you think the chances they will do 0% in July?
I'll give that one 5%.
Okay. A quarter.
45%.
50.
45%.
And then 75.
I left 5% for that one. So 5% on the edges, and then 45 between 25 and 50, which I think we can probably agree that, they're going to have more data to look at and see like how this 50 or what happens today, in your eyes, 99.995%, right? How this affects the market and what else is going on before they do it. But my belief is that they're going to be teetering between, do we do 25 or do we do 50?
All right. So again, we disagree. That's awesome. Folks, do me a favor, right? Matt and I are standing up here trying to give our predictions. Just pause the video, give your predictions below in the comments. What do you think the chances are in July? 0 point move, quarter point, 50, 75 basis point move in July. Don't let us stand on an island. Come join us on the islands. Let's see what happens. So here's mine. There's a 0% chance they do 0. There's a 0% chance they do a quarter. There is a 70% chance they do a half, and 30% chance they do 75.
Wow. So that's, you think they're going to hit them with 50 today, and they're going to go, man, we got to do more of this, but we got to come on a little stronger.
Yeah. My guess is eventually they're going to admit that the quarter point raise in April was a mistake, and thus they got to make it up.
Yeah. And that seems to kind of be the trend, right? Is just like, oh man, we acted too little, too late. Now we're going to have to like move swift and strong. And, to that point, I think today's Fed meeting, whatever probability you give to the 50 basis point rate hike, that's one thing. But I think most economists and mortgage folks and anybody who's looking at that to see how it's going to affect different markets are saying like the words they say and how they talk about their balance sheet is going to be what truly moves the market.
That's exactly where I wanted the second half of this conversation to go. The Fed basis point move, essentially speaking, is already in the mortgage numbers. It's already there. The mortgage market moves way fast. In fact, the only way the mortgage market gets worse from here is if they shock and give that 0.0057. That would move the mortgage market. If they hit it with the 75 today, that would move it. They're not going to. Again, 99 point whatever, 5% or whatever, in my opinion. But it is the talk. It is the Q&A. In the Q&A, I expect them, somebody is going to ask, was 75 basis point on the table today, or will it be in the future? Powell will likely say something like, we are a data dependent Fed, blah, 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 blah. And then when he follows on, when he trails off, he's either going to admit it's in the realm of possibilities, or he's going to be, no, we are comfortable with double moves, which is what, a 50 basis point. That second half of his sentence is going to be the money of the day, I think.
Right.
And then what do you think about the selling off stuff on the balance sheet? Because that's, again, folks, you don't realize that the Fed, historically speaking, is only played with the front end. They've got $9.3 trillion to play with the back end. They can move the back end of the market by just selling a little more. What do you think about all that?
And I think they do. I think that, you know, from what I've heard, like, they're trying to get tight. They're trying to get aggressive. They know that, like, it's going to take extreme measures to quell inflation. And, you know, most folks that are paying attention realize inflation's the biggest problem. So I wouldn't be surprised if they come out and say stuff, you know, about how much they plan to sell off the back end. I can't remember the numbers I saw, but it's wild to think about how big these numbers are, right? Like 30 billion a month.
Yeah, I think in 2018 they peaked. Again, 2018 is the last time they tried to shrink their balance sheet, and I think they got to as high as 50 billion. There's talk that they could do upward to I think the biggest number I've heard is 95 billion.
95 billion a month?
A month. That's like a, you know, $1 trillion a year.
Wow.
I'm not saying they're going to go there. I'm just, when I talk in
is
ranges,
that total? Is that securities?
That's treasuries. And it's about, I think, again, these are all opinions. Nobody knows. We'll know this afternoon. I think it was 60 billion in treasuries and 35 billion in mortgage-backed securities, or 60, 30, whatever it was. So,
okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think I might've saw something like that. But yeah, 65, 35 or 60, 30, like that, you know, and for me, what I'm mainly watching is, you know, the mortgage-backed securities number and how big that is. But, you know, both big numbers. You know?
Do you expect the 30-year mortgage rate to be substantially worse by 4 o'clock your time?
No. I think most people that are watching mortgage markets realize there's going to be volatility, and like stuff I watched this morning, we're still in a like it, lock it position, because sure. there's a high chance that they're volatile. And like Barry Habib said this morning, you know, fully expect there to be highs and lows today. Like while the Fed is talking, you know, mortgage-backed securities are going to go 20 basis points this way and 32 basis points this way. But all in all, I think it would take a bunch to really move mortgage-backed securities in a significant way, because it's baked in, because we expect to see what we expect to see.
Yeah. Where do you have an opinion where you think the federal funds rate will be at the end of the year? Have you given any thought to that?
A little bit. And I think that, you know, currently at a quarter, right? And for everybody watching, currently at a quarter, we expect 50 basis points today. That would put us at 0.75. And then we've got 5 more meetings after this. I think we're in the mid 2s. Yeah,
I'm going to call 3 just to have some fun, folks. And again, play along with us. Leave your comments below. Where do you think the Fed funds rate is at the end of the year? I'm calling 3%. And again, folks, I have a playlist called Whiteboard, where I gave you my whole 2022 and 2023 view of the economy across 4 critical metrics. And Matt, the mortgage guy, has an amazing playlist that you've got to dive into. We take on lots of stuff. You can go back and hear our conversation at the last meeting where I was right and he was wrong, but who's saying? Sorry. that was fun for me.
yeah, for sure. It's good to be right. It's good to win. Winning's fun
sometimes. Hey, but you put out a lot of amazing stuff. You even go live once a week. So talk about your channel and where you go live.
Yeah, go check me out, Matt the Mortgage Guy on YouTube. God, there's got to be 600 plus videos now. So I'm putting out 2 to 3 10-minute videos per week on the mortgage market, on real estate, on all things related. Going live every Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm actually doing a special one today where it's, post Fed meeting live.
Woo!
So we'll talk about what the Fed said, how mortgage markets are reacting. I just figured it's like, it's a good day to go live.
What time will you go live? I might need to check
3
that out.
p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah. So there'll probably be some good conversations there, but in general, find me live every Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and great conversations because of all the questions that come in.
Yeah,
I can never predict, what home buyers, what investors, what everybody else is thinking, hearing, seeing. People have scenarios where I'll never run out of scenarios to run through, because things are happening that every single day where I'm like, oh, never heard that one before.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you for all you do. Thank you for being a part of the program. You also created bonus content that is in my amazing course, How to Get Started One Rental at a Time, where you are really saving people thousands of dollars. And oh, by the way, my course costs $320. So how do you like that? How do you like them apples? So thank you for doing that, buddy.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And if anyone's looking to get pre-approved or reach out to me and my team, go to greatmortgagebroker.com, fill out that quick form. Let us know where you're at, how we can help, and we'll be in contact.
Highly recommend greatmortgagebroker.com. It's helping people all the time, evaluating stuff, helping the one rental at a time family. So thanks, buddy. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Mike.
Mm-hmm.